So now I'm going to show you how I paint the faces of my little dolls. I'll show you a doll that I've made. So this is one of my dolls. He has green eyes, pink lips, and you can see he's looking over to the side. And this is one that we've just finished, ready to paint again. I normally use these Americano Deco Art acrylic paints. They're really nice to use. But I have got a kit if you're looking for a kit. Instead of buying big tubs if you're only doing 1 or 2 dolls. I have these little paint kits on my website. And I'll show you what comes in there. There's the instructions. There's the set of paints. A set of dotting tools. And a little card to give you my details if you need to contact me with questions. So the dotting tools are there. I've got mine here, so I won't use these. So I'll put them back in. This set of paints, we've got a black, a white, a brown, a blue or green, and a red. And then this last tub is varnish. Now, these paints are all CE certified, so that means in Europe they're safe for children's toys. But this last one is a varnish, and it's not. It is a non-toxic water-based varnish, but it isn't made for toys. So really it's for art dolls. If you've got a doll that you're going to make that you're not going to give to a young child. So that's me paint set. I'll put that away. So if you want one of them, they're on my Etsy shop. And they don't just do big dolls. I've got here, I'll show you this one. This is one of my favourite. These are some dolls that are not yet on my shop, but will be on my shop soon enough. These are small dolls that I've made. And you can see she's got her eyes painted and her lips painted. So the kit will do several sizes of dolls, not just big dolls, but you know, put her back in a little gift box. So I'll show you what to do first. So first thing, we're going to find out where we want to put our eyes. Now I put this nose quite high up. So I'm going to get some little pins and have a look here. So our eyes, we looking at the crochet pattern, we want them 3 stitches across, and we're going to do 2 rows of 6, and then the 3rd row we're going to do the middle stitch. That's what we need to think about with our pattern. So if I put them on the row above the nose, the top of the eye will be right up there, which will mean the eyebrow will be quite high. So I'm going to put them a bit lower, and I'm also going to put them 2 stitches at the end of the nose. How you put them is up to you, and on my website you'll see or if you look at the free packets of dolls, I've got one that's the eyes are closer together and they still look rather cute. So it's up to you where you put them, but I'm just going to do 3 stitches across. Yep. And then on the other side count 2 out and do 3 stitches yet. So you play around for quite a bit, and there's where the bottom of my eyes will be. I'm quite happy with that. So we'll put them away. You can knit yourself a little tube of single crochet and have a practice on the eyes. But you can leave the pins until you're ready to paint, but I've been doing this for a while, so I know I'm going to go straight into it. The other thing I have that's not in the kit is just a piece of tissue. Oh, hear my neighbours there. It's fun. So I've got white paint. I'm just going to squeeze some on a tissue. You can use a paper plate. Okay, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. And you notice on the tools, each tool is a different size. I'm just going to use the biggest tool you've got for this doll. and remembering it was two single crochets across, and then, so the nice thing about these tools is they get this around about the same amount of paint each time you add paint. So I want 2 stitches across, and then I want a row of 3, so I'm just going to put a dot on the stitches. So there's 3. I'm going to go on the row up again, and as you know with circular crochet, which is what this is, we've worked in a circular round movement, the stitches are slightly off to the centre, so the next 3 are just going to be slightly off, but it's fine. And then the row above, I'm just going to put one on the middle stitch, and then I'm going to go to the other side, count 2 stitches across, put me row of 3, go above, put me row of 3 again, and then go above and put one in the centre, and that's just marked where my eyes are going to be. So now the next thing is to fill all that in. So let's go, and we just dab in. It's easier than painting with a paintbrush. We're just getting a good amount of paint on our dotting tool, and we're just dotting it over the crocheting and filling in where we've patterned. There we go, there's one. It's very easy to do. Because the paint is nice and thick, it fills in the gaps there. There we are. 2 nice painted eyes. Now the important thing is to leave each layer of paint to dry before you try putting on another paint. So, and there's no messing, you just wipe the tool dry. There's no bristles to try and get clean. That's all clean now. So the next stage is doing the lips. While the white is drying, we're just going to do the lips. Now I'm using a pink. In the kits you have a red. So if you want to make pink, you start with white and then you add a tiny bit of red to the pink, red to the white, rather than getting red and you'll be using up all your white to try and turn that little bit pink. You can use white and add a little bit of brown to get a naturally flesh colour, add a bit of pink with it. So yeah, I'm using pink. Oh, can't get these off. The ones in the kits are much easier to open, I made sure of that. Just because I can't get into mine, I made sure that you'd be able to get into yours. So again, I'm using the largest tool, and for this one we've got our 3 stitches for the nose, so we want to go underneath the nose, and we're just going to try and get 2 stitches, I think I'm going to have those 2, that are under the nose and together, and then underneath that I want 1, so it's like a little triangle. So because these are in the pot, I'm just going to give them a little stir, because they do settle and separate a little bit when they've been stored. So I've just got a little bit pink, so I want there's 2 dots there, 2 stitches together, then underneath that 1 stitch in the centre. So that's my lips. So now I'm going to fill those out. So that's my the little heart of the lips. I'm now going to want to spread it out to the side a little bit. So I'm just going to, still with the big tool, I'm just going to start moving that out. And then I'm going to change to a smaller side, and I'm just going to draw out a little bit, and I'm drawing on the gap between the stitches. There you go, just a little bit. I'm just going to draw that over, and you can see that when you do it over the lips, it actually forms like a proper lip shape, like a proper mouth shape in there. I think that's fine. So I'm going to leave that there. See what else we can do while we're waiting for that big white to dry. So I'm going to add some freckles. So I have a light brown here. Just going to add some freckles. So I want a smaller tool. And I'm just going to add a few little freckles around the nose. You can't really see them, but I know they're there. And people that see the doll, some people spot them. And then I'm going to add the eyebrows. So the eyebrows, you can add a full eyebrow that goes right around, and you're taking the line of the white and you're just looking like about 1/2 centimetre, not even that, maybe slightly less. You're going at following the eye around, or you can just add a little line at the outsides, and I think that's what I'm going to do this time. Just a very small line. And unlike painting, we're not dragging a brush. It's almost like a dabbing movement. So there's one eyebrow there. They're quite light because I'm wanting to add a light hair colour. And there's one there. Just add a bit more. Yeah, there's just some very light eyebrows. So I'm going to leave that to dry and then we'll add the next colour paint.